At first they are complete strangers, coming together from every corner of Vietnam. But now they unite as one, working towards a common goal. Despite the challenges, they are building cooperation and self-confidence, and working together as a team. All of them engage in self-reflection and prepare for the upcoming journey. In a few days, like birds spreading their wings, they will fly away to start a new chapter of their lives in the United States. They are the fellows and visiting scholars of the Vietnam Education Foundation. And so their journey begins. The United States and Vietnam have established a good relationship that began almost 20 years ago with the formal normalization of diplomatic relations in 1995. As time goes on, the two countries' interactions have become more open and cooperative. The Vietnam Education Foundation, VEF, was initiated by former U.S. President William Jefferson Clinton during his historic visit to Vietnam in 2000. The first visit of a U.S. president to Vietnam. In his inspiring speech, the former president talked about U.S. veterans who had become senators and who had returned to Vietnam in an effort to give the younger generation in our two countries a chance to live for tomorrow, not for yesterday. 3 years after this historic visit, in 2003, the Vietnam Education Foundation officially began operations, aligning itself with the vision in the President's speech. The VEF programs focus on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medicine. VEF's activities aim at contributing to the scientific and educational infrastructure in Vietnam and in supporting Vietnam in its efforts to develop high-quality human resources. Consequently, VEF fellows and visiting scholars are expected to return to Vietnam after studying in the United States and to contribute to their home country's development. They also serve as cultural ambassadors who bring the two countries closer together.
Mission of the Vietnam Education Foundation is to promote the friendly relationships between the United States and Vietnam. And we do this through educational exchange.
During the past 10 years, with offices based in both the United States and in Vietnam, VEF has played an important role in connecting Vietnamese students, researchers, and scientists with U.S. professors and the universities through its myriad programs. At the same time, VEF has established positive relationships with Vietnamese ministries and universities in order to cooperate on other meaningful projects and to promote VEF programs widely. VEF provides an equal opportunity to everyone.
The VEF Fellowship is not out of anyone's reach. Anyone in Vietnam can get a VEF Fellowship. No matter what part of the country you live in, whether you are wealthy or poor, no matter what your background is, no matter what your political beliefs are, it does not make any difference. What makes the difference is your ability to do good science. We are looking only on merit. We want the best minds of Vietnam to train in the best universities in the United States for a degree program to be able to come back and give the best to Vietnam.
The opportunity is open to everyone, but success only comes to those who are well prepared and to hard-working students who dare to dream. Individuals who wish to pursue training in the United States through VEF must go through an open, transparent, and competitive selection process from the application screening to the interview. The oral exams and interviews are conducted by prominent U.S. professors and scientists who are able to evaluate the candidates not only in terms of their scores and achievements, but also on the basis of their potential to contribute to the development of science and technology in Vietnam. The fellows who have been selected are evidence of VEF's fairness and impartiality. While a graduate student at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, fellow Lê Khắc Hiếu was involved in a project that ultimately received $1 million in investments. A well-known U.S. investor saw the potential for growth and immense profitability for his investment. The company that Hiếu founded in data mining is continuing to attract investors. Importantly, his company also established a branch in Vietnam. The opportunity to study and conduct research in the United States was the starting point for Hiő's success today. But in his mind, he has not yet reached his destination. The journey has just begun.
Cách đây khoảng 2-3 năm thì trong lúc mà mình đang học ở đây thì các cái nhà đầu tư họ đến cái khoa mình và họ thông báo với cái thông tin về một cái chương trình gọi là họ đầu tư một cái khoản tiền rất là nhỏ, 10.000 đô cho các cái nhóm sinh viên để làm trong vòng 10 tuần. Đấy, và nếu mà làm tốt thì có cơ hội hứa hẹn là sẽ có đầu tư thêm và chuyển cái nhóm đó thành một cái công ty thực sự. Rất là may là mình nhận được cái cơ hội đó và dần dần chuyển nó thành cái mối quan hệ mà nó bền vững hơn, nó lâu dài hơn với những cái khoản đầu tư lớn hơn.
Not only does VEF provide study and research opportunities in the United States to Vietnamese students, but the foundation also supports its fellows in other ways. Every year, VEF organizes the pre-departure orientation for new fellows and visiting scholars, so that they can be well prepared before embarking on their new journey. Through these activities, VEF fellows and alumni of previous cohorts provide helpful information and practical experience to the new fellows and scholars. Additionally, during the fellows and scholars' stay in the United States, especially when they encounter difficulties or when they have a problem adapting to the new environment, VEF is always there to provide advice and guidance. During the last 10 years, VEF has motivated many individuals who strive to overcome their personal challenges and achieve their dreams in the academic and scientific spheres. While the modern world provides greater opportunity for women, problems remain for those who wish to be both researchers and mothers at the same time. When her husband received the VEF fellowship to pursue a PhD degree in the United States, V faced some difficult choices. In order to unite the family in the United States, V would have needed to quit her job in Vietnam and become a housewife. But VEF provided a second option to her when she understood that she also had the opportunity to apply for a VEF fellowship herself. After hard work and study, V received the VEF fellowship as well. In this way, her family could unite, and V was able to continue with her own education and career.
Chương trình học bổng VEF vừa thách thức và vừa mang tính nhân văn rất là cao. Thách thức là bởi vì là trong cái 1 năm rưỡi đến 2 năm mà bạn theo đuổi cái chương trình học bổng này thì bạn phải vượt qua rất nhiều khó khăn. Còn về mang tính nhân văn đó là tất nhiên là VEF tìm những người tài, những người giỏi. Nhưng bên cạnh đó thì họ cũng muốn phát triển con người, phát triển xã hội, đưa cái nữ giới được tiếp xúc với khoa học kỹ thuật, được học tập và được tìm lại cái quyền lợi của mình.
The young mother's efforts and success have proven that the opportunities provided by VEF are possible for everyone who is willing to work hard and keep their dream alive. In this Khmer village, Kim Lavane is known by almost all of his neighbors because he has just been awarded the VEF fellowship to study in the United States, a distant country that is not very familiar to the local people. Poverty did not prevent Kim Lavane from pursuing his dream of acquiring knowledge, of entering into the gates of the university, and traveling beyond to the larger world. Naturally, he has become a role model for the children of his village. Study in the United States has provided an opportunity for Kim Levain to study and conduct research in soil science on the impact of microbes in order to protect the environment, as well as to nurture and protect plants and crops grown in the soil, which is a precious resource for the farmers in his hometown.
Môi trường thì hiện tại bây giờ ở Việt Nam mình đang từng bước phát triển, nhưng mà họ chủ yếu tập trung về xử lý nước thải, khí thải, bởi vì cái đó là những cái vấn đề nóng bỏng và mình nhìn thấy trước mắt. Nhưng mà những cái vấn đề có thể là tiềm tàng đó là những cái vấn đề như là đứng phía sau mình không nhìn thấy được, là các cái vấn đề sinh học. Cho nên cái đó cũng là một cái suy nghĩ của mình, cho nên mình chọn đi theo bên sinh học về môi trường đất. Thì trong đấy mình sẽ tập trung nghiên cứu về các cái loài vi khuẩn ở trong đất, xem sự tương tác của các loài vi khuẩn trong đất.
Kim Levain has a wonderful opportunity to succeed and thus to reciprocate the love of his hometown villagers. He is also a good example for the village children. For Dr. Phung Minh Liam, success is not so far away. His success today began with a dream that was considered unrealistic in his earlier years. Ever since he was in grade school and witnessed the pain, loss, and failure of medicine to treat cancer, Liam has been dreaming of becoming an oncologist, a doctor who studies cancer and tries to find new methods of controlling this disease. His dream was realized when he received a VEF fellowship to study cancer biology at the University of Texas at Houston, one of the world's leading medical centers, especially known for cancer treatment. His willingness to dream, his tireless efforts, his many talents, and the opportunity to access state-of-the-art equipment under the guidance of leading professors have all enabled Liam to achieve the success that is so evident today.
Trong cái quá trình nghiên cứu thì mình đã phát hiện ra được một cái phân tử nó có khả năng là ức chế cái quá trình chuyển hóa năng lượng của tế bào ung thư. Vì từ đó mình sẽ phát triển thêm những cái liệu pháp mà có khả năng ức chế và tiêu diệt tế bào ung thư một cách hiệu quả, đặc hiệu và không làm ảnh hưởng đến những tế bào bình thường, giảm được những cái độc tính phụ cho bệnh nhân. Mình rất là trân trọng và rất là biết ơn những thành tựu và những sự giúp đỡ mà VEF đã dành cho các VEF Fellow cũng như là các VEF Scholar. Học bổng VEF này thì mình nghĩ đó mình rất là quyết định đối với cái sự thành công của cái con đường sự nghiệp nghiên cứu khoa học của mình. Và mình rất là cảm ơn VEF.
Thanks to his efforts, Liam has received several awards from the University of Texas at Houston Graduate School and the School of Biomedical Sciences, and he is also highly respected by his professors and colleagues. But most importantly, he is now on the way to finding better solutions to treating cancer. Therefore, Liam has truly taken advantage of the opportunity that VEF has given him.
For the first time in the history of our school, we had an international student become the president of our student government. And it was a Vietnamese student, a VEF student, who was the very first time in the whole history of the school that we ever had an international student was elected by all the students as president of the student government.
In addition to the opportunities for Vietnamese students to come to the United States for graduate studies, VEF also supports Vietnamese nationals who already hold a doctorate to come to a U.S. university or research institute for postdoctoral training from 5 months to 1 year. Dr. Ngo Quang Vinh, who is dedicated to applying research results to real problems, especially those that deal with tomatoes, found his postdoctoral training program under VEF to be very meaningful. Before going to the United States, Dr. Vinh had already succeeded in introducing the technique of tomato root transplanting, which helps increase the tomato's productivity and resist against insects, worms, and diseases. Since the completion of his VEF program, which focused on greenhouses, Dr. Vinh has continued to apply these results to his research on tomatoes. Consequently, the productivity of tomatoes, the staple crop of the highland province of Lam Dong, has significantly increased.
VEF tạo cơ hội cho chúng tôi có cái điều kiện là học những cái kỹ thuật cao ở Mỹ. Thế thì cái mà mình học đó, thì nó cao hơn, nó khác cái này. Nhưng mà cái mình học là cụ thể, nó đem đến cho tôi cái kiến thức chung, cái nguyên tắc, và mình nhận ra những cái lợi ích của cái việc trồng theo cái phương thức là trong nhà.
Dr. Vinh is just one of many other Vietnamese scientists who have received VEF visiting scholar grants for postdoctoral programs. The time that they work with their U.S. colleagues in modern and advanced laboratories will be invaluable experiences for them and for their U.S. hosts. As a bridge between the United States and Vietnam, VEF not only brings about opportunities for Vietnamese fellows and scholars, but also helps bring American professors and their educational methods to Vietnamese students through the VEF Faculty Scholar Program. In this program, leading faculty members of renowned U.S. universities teach courses to Vietnamese students in English, either face-to-face or via real-time video conferencing from the United States. Lectures given by U.S. professors have been very well received by all Vietnamese students. In addition to knowledge and skills, U.S. professors also offer Vietnamese students cultural enrichment and an invaluable opportunity to improve their English language skills, while at the same time, the VEF U.S. faculty scholars are also making important contributions to Vietnamese higher education.
We need to produce students that are able to learn on themselves new things, because everything changes so fast today. So if we teach them certain technology today, tomorrow it's all technology. They have to know how to learn and adopt the new technologies.
VEF continues to engage with VEF alumni who have returned to Vietnam after finishing their programs in the United States. The annual VEF Alumni Conference is held to connect the alumni, creating a network where they can share their knowledge and experience and support each other in their efforts to assist in the future development of Vietnam, as well as in the future of U.S.-Vietnam relations. Looking back at its 10 years of operations, VEF can be proud of its many achievements. Most important are the people who have been involved in the VEF programs, namely the fellows and scholars. Also during these 10 years, VEF has received encouragement, support, and praise from many quarters.
Hợp tác giáo dục chính là hợp tác ngoại giao nhân dân, hiểu biết lẫn nhau. Cụ thể với VEF thì 10 năm qua đã tiếp nhận là 424 người Việt Nam sang học. Và như chúng tôi nói là đa số là trình độ 2/3 là tiến sĩ. Và về thì làm ở nhiều lĩnh vực, về khoa học, kỹ thuật, các trường đại học, cả quản lý nhà nước nữa. Thì chúng tôi cho rằng đấy là cái đội ngũ nòng cốt trình độ cao rất là tốt.
VEF đã giúp cho Việt Nam đào tạo nguồn nhân lực trình độ cao. Và tôi đánh giá rất cao là VEF tập trung đào tạo trong những lĩnh vực mà Việt Nam đang cần cho quá trình công nghiệp hóa, hiện đại hóa đất nước. Đồng thời là VEF cũng đã tiến hành những cái hoạt động nghiên cứu và đã có 2 cái báo cáo rất quan trọng tư vấn cho chính phủ Việt Nam. Chúng tôi cho rằng là đây là cái hướng đi đúng và chúng tôi cũng hy vọng là VEF sẽ tiếp tục giúp cho Việt Nam theo cái hướng này.
VEF has played a very important role in U.S.-Vietnam educational exchanges and in the development of the Vietnamese economy. And I wish to congratulate VEF on its 10 years and hope for many, many future years of success.
Chương trình VEF là những chương trình tôi nghĩ rất là cần thiết khi mà hầu hết các giảng viên chúng ta chỉ là những người có bằng thạc sĩ trong nước và dạy cho các em học sinh. Vì thế cái chuyện đào tạo nhiều người cái động tiến sĩ cũng làm đào tạo nước ngoài đấy, tôi nghĩ là việc rất cần thiết cho cái tương lai của học Việt Nam. Thì VEF đã đóng cái vai trò đó.
In 10 years' time, VEF has proven how much can be contributed to the future of a country by helping to educate its young people in science and technology, which is really key to the economic future and prosperity and peace of the world. And VEF, I think, has done more than probably any other institution, I think, in building this bond between the United States and Vietnam, both working toward our common goal of trying to have prosperous futures for our citizens. So as I said, I'm a big fan of VEF, and my only hope is that it continues to do this work for the future.
The world we are living in is vast, with more than 7 billion people. However, each individual among that 7 billion is unique and independent. All have an equal chance to change the world, as long as they have dreams and determination, and as long as they are untiring in their efforts. As all great things are built upon the small, VEF is proud of its contributions in support of developing high-quality human resources for Vietnam during the last 10 years. VEF awardees are truly people who can make a difference. As President Clinton said, they are the engine of Vietnam's future prosperity. As Vietnam continues in further international integration, the U.S.-Vietnam relationship ushers in a new era in which VEF plays an important role of a bridge for cooperative activities in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medicine through educational exchange, thus further strengthening the bilateral relationship between the United States and Vietnam.